Ukraine wants this cargo ship, filmed by the BBC, to be seized. It is carrying grain Ukraine says has been stolen from a Russian-occupied part of their country, allegations Russia denies. The BBC has been tracking the ship, believed to be leased to the Russian company Green Line, which is not under any sanctions, across the Black Sea on a journey that began on Wednesday last week. The Zabog Zoloy is transporting around 7,000 tons of Ukrainian grain from Berdyansk in southeastern Ukraine, controlled by Russian forces, to Karish in Turkey, 200 kilometers from Istanbul. Ships from Russia's Black Sea Fleet are ensuring the security of the cargo ship's journey, according to a Russian governor of an occupied area in Ukraine. This has prompted Ukraine to ask Turkey to inspect the grain on board the vessel. But will Turkey comply?
Poland's Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki has claimed the migrant standoff seen during the winter months at the border with Belarus was the first sign of Russia's intentions to stage a war. And now the Polish PM says the decision to build a 5-meter-high barrier to prevent illegal migration into Poland will have a significant impact on the security of the entire Eastern European country. Meanwhile, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko called on post-Soviet countries for closer ties. He's blaming the West for forcing Belarus and Russia together since the start of the war in Ukraine.
Titanic 2.0. Oh my God!
With a bang and a shudder, the Norwegian sun slamming into an iceberg roughly the size of a semi-trailer.
Oh my God! Whoa!
Passengers treated to this spectacular but terrifying view.
Look at this! What in the world? That was a pretty hard hit. It seems that the glacier, we sliced it like right through the middle, so this is just one part of the glacier.
There was damage to the bow from what's known as a growler, an iceberg that protrudes only about 3 foot out of the water. The rest of the cruise has been cancelled, the Sun cleared by the Coast Guard to return to base in Seattle for repairs. Her passengers with a story they'll tell for life.
Well, you know, it is very strange because the Lebanese government has decided not to include the line, the demarcation line ending with point 29, which means that the Lebanese government has recognized the fact that the gas field, Karish gas field, is in Israeli EEZ. Well, if this is so, I mean, what is the meaning of such an action from Hezbollah? In my view, my assessment is that you have to look a little bit northward. It happens a day after an attack has been perpetrated against a facility south of Tartus in a town called Hamadia on a target allegedly belonging to Hezbollah and Iran. And then you have also those explosions, unexplained explosions in Tehran, which means, in my view, that this is a message that Iran has conveyed through Hezbollah to Israel, meaning that we will continue.
It was the ultimate battle, 2 planes racing 1 truck powered by 3 jet engines.
You can see it, here comes the shockwave, he is coming fast.
But 20 seconds in, something went catastrophically wrong. An explosion believed to be part of the pyrotechnics show. Then as the truck passed the fireball, it caught alight. The driver losing control, rolling several times.
Oh boy, oh my God. Got an incident here with the shockwave.
People watching didn't know if it was an accident or part of the stunt.
There were some pyrotechnics, there were already some explosions, and then all of a sudden you just sort of see this raging fireball going down the runway and this big ball of debris, and I think it kind of caught everybody by surprise.
The driver of the semi, Chris Darnell, died. The 40-year-old had been involved in motorsports his whole life, explaining his love of the thrill in an interview in December.
I mean, I call it the assault of your senses, the ultimate adrenaline rush, driving the thing.
The Shockwave jet truck is equipped with engines from a US Navy plane, 36,000 horsepower, and could fly at speeds of more than 500 kilometres an hour.
Protesters on Friday stormed Libya's parliament building in the eastern city of Tobruk, demonstrating against deteriorating living conditions and political deadlock, according to local reports. Several television channels say that protesters had managed to penetrate the building and committed acts of vandalism, while media outlets showed images of thick columns of black smoke coming from its perimeter as angry young protesters burned tires. Libya has endured several days of fracas worsened by the blockade of several oil facilities against the backdrop of political rivalries. Two governments have been vying for power for months, one based in Tripoli, led by interim Prime Minister Abdulhamid Beiba, and another headed by the former Interior Minister Fethi Bashaga, appointed by the parliament and supported by Eastern-based strongman Khalifa Haftar.